Have you ever felt as though life is a relentless river, pulling you in directions you never intended to go, leaving you gasping for calm amidst the chaos? Have you wondered if there's a way to rise above it all, stronger, wiser, and unshaken? Picture this. Hidden within you lies an ancient compass, one that has guided countless souls through life's fiercest storms. This compass isn't magic, it's Stoicism, a philosophy forged in the crucible of human struggle. Stoicism offers timeless tools to help you face adversity with grace, find clarity in confusion, and uncover strength in vulnerability. Today, we're peeling back the layers of this profound philosophy, revealing its practical wisdom and showing how it can transform not just your mindset, but your entire life. Think of Marcus Aurelius, the Roman emperor who ruled during turbulent times, yet found serenity by mastering his inner world. His writings remind us that Stoicism isn't reserved for philosophers or scholars. It's a guidebook for anyone navigating the complexities of modern life. Whether you're grappling with personal challenges, professional setbacks, or simply the relentless pace of daily existence, Stoicism equips you with a mental armor to thrive, not just survive. At its core, Stoicism teaches us that our perceptions shape our reality. As Marcus Aurelius so eloquently put it, it's not what happens to us that defines us, it's how we choose to interpret it. Epictetus reinforced this idea when he said, "It's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters." Imagine facing a setback, a job loss, a missed opportunity, or a broken relationship, and instead of succumbing to despair, you pause. You ask yourself, what can I learn from this? How might this challenge lead me closer to my true potential? In that moment of reflection, you begin to rewrite your story, turning obstacles into stepping stones. This principle echoes across centuries of thought. Aristotle spoke of the golden mean, urging balance between extremes. Similarly, Carl Jung explored how our internal narratives shape external realities. By training ourselves to see life through the lens of growth rather than limitation, we unlock new possibilities. Perception becomes a skill, one honed over time, much like building physical strength. With practice, we develop resilience, learning to meet life's highs and lows with poise and purpose. But perception alone isn't enough. Emotions, those wild currents that threaten to sweep us off course, must also be mastered. Marcus Aurelius warned against letting uncontrolled emotions dictate our actions. Instead, he urged us to wield reason as our anchor. When anger flares or anxiety looms, take a breath. Pause. Choose a response rooted in wisdom, integrity, and long-term well-being. Seneca echoed this advice, reminding us that understanding the roots of our emotions empowers us to act, not react, with intention. Plato, too, championed the supremacy of reason, advocating for a mind governed by logic rather than impulse. Together, these teachings form a roadmap for living boldly and authentically. They invite us to embrace challenges as opportunities for growth, to view each moment as a chance to become the best version of ourselves. If you're ready to exchange worry for wisdom, fear for fortitude, and struggle for strength, then join me on this journey. We're not merely studying history. We're reclaiming a philosophy designed to elevate your life. Welcome to the path of Stoicism, where every storm becomes a teacher and every trial paves the way to triumph. The Stoics envisioned the rational part of the mind as a charioteer skillfully guiding wild horses, our impulses and emotions toward harmony. Just as the charioteer must rein in unruly steeds, so too must our reason direct the chaotic aspects of our personality toward balance. This isn't about stifling emotions or denying their existence. Rather, it's about cultivating the ability to respond thoughtfully instead of reacting impulsively. In a world that often demands instant reactions, Stoicism offers a refreshing alternative. Pause, reflect, and choose your response with wisdom. At its core, Stoicism teaches us to let reason lead, not impulse. Desires should never dictate our actions. Instead, they should be tempered by thoughtful deliberation. This philosophy aligns seamlessly with modern psychology, which emphasizes acknowledging emotions without letting them take the wheel. Carl Jung described this process as individuation, the journey toward becoming one's true self. By viewing emotions as signals rather than commands, we gain clarity and grow through self-awareness. When emotions like anger or anxiety threaten to overwhelm you, turn to timeless wisdom. Channel Marcus Aurelius by calmly assessing the situation with logic. Follow Seneca's example of reflecting on your feelings and learning from them. Seek Aristotle's golden mean, allowing yourself to feel deeply while avoiding being consumed by those feelings. Let Plato remind you that your rational mind is the charioteer steering your path. And draw inspiration from Jung, using your emotions as tools for deeper self-discovery. Mastering your emotions doesn't diminish your humanity, it enhances it. You're choosing to act intentionally, ensuring that your authentic self remains at the helm of your life. This principle finds profound expression in the Stoic dichotomy of control. Epictetus illuminated the importance of discerning what lies within our power and what is not. This distinction is liberating. It frees us from the burden of worrying about things beyond our reach, such as the weather or others' behavior. Imagine focusing solely on what you can influence, much like a gardener who nurtures plants but doesn't waste energy trying to alter the seasons. The essence of the dichotomy of control is simple yet transformative. Nurture what you can shape and gracefully accept what you cannot. Western philosophy amplifies this truth. Aristotle taught that excellence emerges not from isolated acts, but from consistent habits, choices within our control that define our character daily. Plato's allegory of the chariot mirrors this idea, depicting the soul as a driver managing two horses symbolizing different facets of the psyche. Similarly, Socrates urged us to examine our lives, focusing on self-improvement and personal virtue. His famous declaration, that an unexamined life is not worth living, challenges us to cultivate inner growth by concentrating on what we can change. Carl Jung's concept of individuation further reinforces this principle, blending self-awareness with acceptance of life's inherent uncertainties. To embrace this transformative mindset, begin with a subtle shift in perspective. When faced with frustration, ask yourself, is this within my control? If it isn't, release it like leaves carried downstream. Focus your energy on what you can influence, your attitude, effort, or response to challenges. Acceptance doesn't equate to passivity. It means engaging fully with what you can shape while finding peace with what you cannot. This approach reduces stress and empowers you to live more deliberately, fostering resilience and purpose. By mastering the art of intentional living, you unlock the potential to create a life aligned with your values and aspirations, a life defined not by external chaos, but by internal harmony. Living a life rooted in virtue is not merely an act of self-improvement. It's a profound commitment to shaping how we engage with the world and those around us. For the Stoics, such as Marcus Aurelius, Seneca, and Epictetus, virtue was far more than a philosophical abstraction. It was the cornerstone of a meaningful existence. In Meditations, Marcus Aurelius contemplates virtues like wisdom, justice, courage, and self-discipline, framing them as practical tools for navigating everyday challenges. These qualities were not lofty ideals reserved for scholars. They were actionable principles that guided him to align his actions with his highest potential. Similarly, Seneca championed virtue as the antidote to life's inevitable hardships. He believed that while pain and adversity are unavoidable, living virtuously grants us resilience and inner peace, enabling us to face difficulties with dignity and poise. Epictetus took this idea further, asserting that humanity's ultimate purpose lies in embracing virtue. Though external circumstances may lie beyond our control, our responses, grounded in virtue, are entirely within our power. This philosophy underscores the transformative strength of character. When we choose virtue, we reclaim agency over our lives. The Stoic emphasis on virtue resonates deeply with broader philosophical traditions. Aristotle, for instance, described virtue as striking a balance between extremes, a concept he called the golden mean. His Nicomachean Ethics outlines how cultivating virtues through deliberate practice leads to eudaimonia, or flourishing. Plato, too, envisioned a harmonious society built upon individuals who live virtuously, seeing this alignment as essential for both personal fulfillment and collective well-being. Together, these thinkers remind us that virtue is not static but dynamic, a habit honed through consistent effort and reflection. When we embrace virtue, we lay the groundwork for a life rich in purpose and impact. The Stoics teach that virtue transcends individual growth. It ripples outward, fostering connection, inspiring others, and contributing to the greater good. Each virtuous action becomes a step toward creating a better world, one where compassion, integrity, and courage prevail. Living virtuously doesn't demand perfection. Rather, it invites progress. It asks us to strive, learn, and continually align our choices with the best version of ourselves. Consider the timeless vision articulated by Socrates, who argued that knowledge and virtue are inseparable. To truly understand what is good is to embody it. His method of questioning wasn't about accumulating facts, but uncovering deeper truths, guiding individuals toward lives of meaning and authenticity. Carl Jung expanded on this notion with his concept of individuation, the process of integrating disparate aspects of ourselves into a cohesive whole. Individuation isn't just about self-awareness. It's about becoming the fullest expression of our true nature, guided by virtues that reflect our deepest values. So, how do we weave virtue into the fabric of daily life? It begins with intentionality and mindfulness. Every decision presents an opportunity to ask, is this just? Is it courageous? Does it serve the greater good? By consistently evaluating our actions through this lens, we craft a life infused with purpose and integrity. And yet, virtue extends beyond personal benefit. It serves as a beacon to others. When we act virtuously, we uplift those around us, fostering communities grounded in empathy, trust, and mutual respect. Our choices ripple outward, shaping the world in ways both seen and unseen. Broadening our perspective allows us to confront life's challenges with clarity and equanimity. Marcus Aurelius urged us to view our struggles through the lens of eternity, reminding us of life's fleeting nature and encouraging us to focus on what truly matters. Seneca echoed this sentiment, advising us to live each day as if it were our entire life, free from procrastination or regret. Epictetus added another layer, teaching that much of our suffering stems not from events themselves, but from the judgments we impose upon them. By shifting our mindset, we could transform obstacles into opportunities for growth and cultivate a sense of enduring peace. Western philosophers like Aristotle and Plato further illuminate the importance of perspective. They understood that how we perceive the world shapes how we experience it. By adopting a wider, more compassionate view, we reduce unnecessary suffering and open ourselves to new possibilities. Virtue, then, becomes the bridge between personal transformation and universal harmony, a path that calls us to rise above fleeting distractions and commit to something greater than ourselves. Aristotle championed the art of living a harmonious life, one where meaningful pursuits are guided by thoughtful reasoning. Plato, with his timeless allegory of the cave, urged us to transcend the shadows of our immediate reality and seek the light of deeper truths. Socrates, ever the provocateur of wisdom, challenged minds to grow by questioning assumptions and reframing perspectives. Jung's concept of individuation echoes this call, inviting us to rise above our ego-driven preoccupations and embrace a more integrated understanding of ourselves within the grand tapestry of existence. To weave these philosophies into your everyday life, pause during moments of stress or worry and ask yourself, will this truly matter in the grand scheme of things? How will it shape my life a year from now, or even 5? This simple yet profound shift in perspective can dissolve anxiety, replacing it with a renewed appreciation for the present moment. By situating life's trials within the broader context of an interconnected universe, we cultivate gratitude, resilience, and inner peace. Broadening our horizons in this way allows us to align with the enduring rhythms of life itself. It enables us to transcend fleeting concerns and nurture a more compassionate, expansive view of the human journey. As we incorporate these Stoic principles into our daily existence, let us remember that understanding is only the beginning. The true work lies in embodying them. Each deliberate step we take along this path plants seeds of transformation, leading to a richer, wiser, and more purposeful life.